All right, so welcome back. Rhonda and I are discussing our next topic, which is Agile Portfolio Status meetings and how ineffective they are in your Agile Portfolio Management process. And to kind of start us off, like Rhonda, why don't you tell us a little bit about the impact that these Agile Portfolio Status meetings has on your organization?
So, first of all, nobody likes to go to a status meeting. People feel like it's a waste of their time. And so, what you'll start seeing is people start showing up late. People are getting demoralized because they're spending their time on a meeting that they don't feel has any benefit. They'll start skipping your meetings and they're thinking about the other things that they need to take care of while they're sitting there attending your meeting. So basically, it erodes your culture, it erodes your employee engagement, and it's really demoralizing. People don't like status meetings.
Wow, tell us how you really feel. No, I have to agree. The thing that comes to mind for me is that I've agreed, or if we've defined this thing properly, we've agreed to evaluate the portfolio elements by a certain criteria. And when you have these status meetings, what people tend to do is discuss topics and things that are important to them, which are often not the criteria that we've agreed should be used to judge our portfolio items. And therefore you're just discussing the wrong things. It's a waste of time.
Right, right. So maybe we should talk about what should you be doing in your meetings.
Yeah, let's switch gears a little bit. And I kind of made the I've always had um this tendency to really prefer working sessions over meetings. And so instead of actually having a meeting where the end of the meeting you come out with, we've discussed this topic, I've always wanted to go in, have a purpose and outputs defined in advance. So I've prepared for the session, and then actually do things that you had to get done anyway, such as the analysis. We have these portfolio elements, and we have to actually assess them, right? So let's go ahead and do an assessment in the working session, or let's go ahead and do the prioritization. Let's agree on the terms that we're going to use to govern our entire portfolio management process. Again, doing these items that you had to do anyway, but coming out with an update to the procedures, the prioritization, the documents that you had in order to record how we're actually carrying out our process. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, basically, what you're describing is you're using the meetings to actually make decisions and move things forward. They're actually working sessions. You're making decisions in those meetings. You're moving the ball forward instead of going into a meeting for a status report. Well, if you take this view of going into the meetings where you're actually making decisions, making plans, you should be going into those meetings already knowing what the status is instead of going into the meetings to discuss the status. So going into those meetings, you should already know what your status is. You should be able to get it from somewhere else. So if you're going into those meetings, you're looking at a different set of items for portfolio management. You're looking at the outcomes in these meetings. You're focused on the outcomes. You're doing your assessment. You're doing your analysis. If you're focused on the outputs in these meetings, you're focused on the wrong things. Portfolio management focuses on outcomes.
Wow, that's huge, and that's so huge. I just want to say it and repeat it to make sure everyone understood it. If you're actually in a session and you're discussing the outputs, you're not doing the organization any favors. You're wasting time. Agile portfolio management is about the outcomes. That is huge. And with that, I think that we'll end the session for today.